I'm Tessa. Welcome back to Western Wild. I'm here with one more really great cold weather product to help keep you warm. Today we're going to introduce the NorthFace ThermaBall slipper, aka the Puffy Slipper, as we like to call it. This is actually probably one of my favorite just all-season camp gear products. It is absolutely phenomenal for hanging around camp in. If you don't want to have your boots on all day or you don't want to be wearing flip-flops, these are just something really nice to pop on to cook dinner in, sit by the fire before you go into bed. They have a nice, just comfy, cozy sole, so you get that kind of like at-home slipper feel, but out in the woods. Because of their puffy nature, they keep your feet nice and warm. Which is an excellent feature. I find that when we're hanging out by the fire, it's snowing, it's in the mid to high 20s or low 30s. If I just throw a pair of wool socks on underneath these, my feet are still plenty warm. They're also lightweight enough that if I wear them in the summertime, my feet aren't sweating. I'm not overheating. I'm not feeling like, oh God, get these things off of me, which I think is a major perk. And if you're like me and you're hanging out in the snow and just kind of settling in for the night, you get cold easier. And I have found these to be an absolutely wonderful addition to our cold winter and just summer camping gear. The other nice feature to them is that they do have a tread on the bottom, which means you're not going to totally slip and slide. They're not perfect on ice by any means, but they will give you some traction. They're probably best for walking around in flattened out snow, kind of like we have here. So they'll do pretty well, but if you get into, more powder, they have a mixed ankle, so you could get a lot of snow coming in up and over the top. So you don't really want to be walking around in loose powder. They are also not completely waterproof. They are water resistant. And you can see on the band here where the water resistant part kind of ends and the puffy part begins. So if you're walking around in a watery, snowy situation where you're submerging them and the water is going to come up and over that water resistance part, they could soak through. Or if you're walking around in powder a lot, they could also soak through in that situation. But for the most part, I have found them to be very resistant to light rain or walking around in little bits of snow. I would say another just great aspect to these slippers is that I use them in my everyday life. If we're heading to and from a trailhead for hiking or snowshoeing, I wear them in the car. If I need to take the dog out for just a short potty break, in our backyard, I wear these to do that. If there's an early morning coffee run or a quick and dirty run to the grocery store in colder weather, I wear them for that as well. So they have a lot of really great use cases outside of camping and hanging out around a campfire.
These Puffy Slippers retail for around $69.99. We've included a link in the description for you to check out all of the various color options and get a pair of your own if you're interested. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. We'll have more winter-themed content out soon.